Hello, all. My name is Mars, and welcome back to the Séance of Blake Manor. We finally made a little progress on deducing the identity of our culprit. We found out that they have medium sized shoes, and we have not checked a lot of people's shoes, so we better get on that. Um, as for what we're going to be doing right now, there are a few options. Number one, it is currently lunchtime, and I'm very iffy on whether or not I should go to lunch. There are some pros and some cons. Number one, we just talked to Fia Callahan in the hedge maze, and she said something to the effect of, "Don't forget to get a bite to eat now and then." Um, and that felt hintish to me, as if we don't feed Declan, he's gonna faint. We did have breakfast, so it's not like he's got nothing in him, but it still has me concerned. Um, on the other hand, we have learned from breakfast that meals take up quite a lot of time, and time is a precious commodity in this game. On the other hand again, um, we could learn something interesting from going to lunch, like we learned about Olivia and found her key. Um, and I feel like I had one more con to this. It's really just that it'll take up a lot of time. And I'm concerned about that. I mean, we can go in the direction of... Let's go in the direction of the dining room and talk about our other options while we're there. I want to just see, like, can we go into the dining room at any point during the hour, or do we have to go right now? So my other options are, in terms of the mysteries, the one that I have the most clues about is definitely, like, the lead that I'm most want to follow right now. I'm lost in this hedge maze, man. Is the mystery of the dreams. I think we can learn how to return to that dream if we go to the library. And there are a few other things in the library as well that I feel like we can look up. We can start looking up Inez's family. That would certainly be useful. I'm going in circles, man. And it also would behoove us to do a little bit of a scouring of the grounds, just for the sake of finding Miss Deane's hidden notes and her oh, hello. Hello, Etienne. Yes, finding her notes and finding the sun archway. Maybe if I follow the maze, follow the... not the maze, follow the path in the opposite direction. That will lead me out. Alright, I will get back to you once I'm at the, once I'm out of this maze and at the dining room, because this could take a while. Alright, we're here at the dining room. There's a conversation for us to eavesdrop on here.
Focus, child.
No, I am. You've just lost me.
A master key. Surely the staff has one for the bedrooms.
Ooh, more key discussion.
No, we have 5 different ones. Hunter's is in the stable, mine Sorry, that was strange. It was as if... What were we talking about?
Where is your clarity, child? Was it the drink, or this blasted place that has devoured your mind? Or that Deane woman? Don't think I wasn't aware. I should have acted sooner there. She has jeopardized things too much already.
Oh, I'm sorry, Father. I don't...
I'm sorry, Seamus. I shouldn't have snapped. I'll find you later should you have another lucid moment. God be with you.
What fact did we learn about Father Sinnott? Believe Miss Deane was getting in the way of his mission. Okay, so we should definitely, try and check out his room when we get the chance. Alright, let's look at the sign. Lunch from 1 to 2. Admittance to meals is closed on the half hour. Okay. So we can waste a little bit of time. Excuse me, just looking at archways. We can waste a little bit of time before we, go to lunch. And I still haven't decided whether I'm going to do that. So let's actually head to the library first, because I'm more certain that that's what I want to do. Here's the library. Oh, another conversation to eavesdrop on.
This would have been easier in London. Or if I'd wanted to be very proper about it. Home. I do think my parents would have rather had it that way, certainly.
Are you sure this is the right solution, though? Shouldn't you wait to see how things play out? There is still the social season.
Well, that's not for another half year. And some of those young men are positively frightened of me.
Okay. So something to do with men and marriage has Miss McLeod troubled, and she has a solution, whatever that is.
Here, I might find somebody who understands.
I understand.
Oh. Okay, so they're not necessarily lesbians. I think Victoria is in love with Miss McLeod, but it's not reciprocated.
And I don't think there's time to wait. You'll keep me right, won't you?
Don't I always? Besides, I'm telling you, you needn't worry so terribly. I'm sure things will be back to rights soon enough, one way or another. And I am usually right about these things. You know that.
I shan't tell you that. It might be true, but I shan't say it.
Marriage plans. Miss McLeod is looking to find herself a suitable marriage candidate at this event. Alright, psychology. I feel like that's where we want to look. Tomes on the mind and its workings. I see titles on asylums, mental disorders, and phrenology, alongside books on stoicism, existentialism, and nihilism. Is there anything I want to look up? Dreams. Dreams are a part of a sleep experience and act as a way to process one's experiences of that day. They are often abstract and sometimes surreal and strange, from pleasant to frightening. Psychologists and scientists are still trying to understand the true nature and depth of the subject, but, as with any mystery, it has drawn its fair share of enthusiasts who find meaning in the symbolism involved. Since dreams are mercurial and often soon forgotten after sleep, many people turn to lucid dreaming to better control and recall. Lucid dreaming? A type of dream state wherein the dreamer is aware they are dreaming and has control inside said dream. Dreamers may be able to control, explore, and recall dreams in a way not possible from normal deeper sleep. There are many ways to achieve a lucid dream state, and, like many skills, it will get better with practice. A common method is to induce sleep states in such a way as to block entering deeper sleep. Examples include waking the dreamer regularly or using specially crafted music to block the mind from entering deep slumber. Would a psychologist or doctor know more about this? Find hypnotic music is our lead. Let's look at that again. I researched lucid dreaming. I must find some hypnotic music to aid my attempt to lucid dream. Surely I can find something suitable within the manor. Alright, and I'm sure this has a time limit of before midnight tonight. Alright. There's more in psychology there, archaeology, geography. I want something to do with local history. Because I'm trying to find out about Inez's father. I must learn the name of Miss Barbossa's father. I might be able to ask... If it's discussable with Lloyd and Father Sinnott, then I might be able to get the answer from them, but I can try looking at records here first. Irish mythology, Irish folklore.
Idiots and ghouls, all of you.
Am I hearing her thoughts?
What did you think would happen? That nobody would mind? That they were not entirely as capable of vengeance as you? And for what? For 16 funerals in 30 years? But at least the caskets were nice.
Some sort of curse on her family, maybe?
And you never even saw the ruin you caused. It's just me in this godforsaken library. Bastards. What damnable stock we are.
Interesting. Either that or she's like muttering to herself. Oh, these are all the books we've read. This is like our research station. I see. Lake history, yeah. I don't think we're getting any records on Inez's father here. There are no, like, local records that I can see, so... And as for quarantine here, last time I tried to confront her about her little ritual in the bathroom, not fully remembering that the way confrontation in this game works is that you actually need to have formed a hypothesis first, so I'm guessing we need to look in her room for more evidence. Okay. I think I still kind of want to go to... I guess I'll go to lunch. But before I do that, I think I'm going to have like a little off-camera scour of the entire grounds that we've seen so far for notes of Miss Deane that might be in vents, maybe. I'm not entirely sure where she might have left notes. He found stuff stashed by her in a vent, so I'm thinking we're also looking for vents, like with the screwdriver, but who knows. We can also ask people about Miss Deane's invitation, so that might give us some clues as to where to look, but this won't take up any in-game time unless I foolishly decide to click on something. But I don't know. It won't be that interesting for a video, so I'll bring you back. Ooh. What's this? A book of poetry. Okay. I'll bring you back if and when I find something, and if not, we'll go to lunch. Alright, I'm in the supply closet where we found the atrium key right now. There's this panel in the wall that I didn't notice before. Let's see what happens if we use it. What do these symbols mean? Is this a combination? Okay, so they're like shapes. If we find a code with shapes, we know what it is. Alright, but that's not really that helpful. Nothing else in here that we haven't looked at besides these towels, which I feel like Miss Deane would not hide anything there. So let's keep looking. I get an interesting note when I try to enter the bathhouse. The sign says the bathhouse is closed for the winter months. If this key is for a locker in the changing rooms, Miss Deane must have found some other way inside. That's right, we found that locker key. Which I guess is for the bathhouse, but we need to find another way in. Another conversation to eavesdrop on in the garden.
Not saying I disapprove or anything, but what does a fella like you knowing so much about Irish mythology?
I have, well, had a friend. She was a priestess of your goddess, Reed. I learned a great deal from her.
Ah, so that's why you're here.
Yes. I've come to scatter her ashes in her homeland. It was her last request.
Aye, you can travel all you like, but the heart never leaves home. Not really. Where will you put her?
Not sure what to do with her. Not yet.
Well, if it's breed she looked at, you could do worse than take her to Fahart. Up by Dundalk and Loud. That's where they say she was born. She got it well up there. Brave few would have been and mourns up that way. Not a bad place to spend eternity.
That sounds nice. Thank you, Mr. O'Finn.
Alright. I had something I wanted to ask Lloyd, Mr. Dupre. I can talk to you
Hello again, my friend.
about this burial record, which seems weird. Miss Barbosa seems to have suffered a great loss indeed. So she tells me, Mr. Ward. Grief is an old friend in my line of work, but it still does no good to see or visit a warm-hearted soul like that. Okay.
Not at all, Mr. Ward. But I won't keep you.
Okay. That was no help. Okay. Back to scouring. This might not be anything, but it is interesting. A small red train has been left here. Alright, maybe not that interesting, but fine. It caught my eye is all. I checked the floorboards in this unoccupied room, and the mirror broke. What on earth? What happened here? Was this cracked when I first came in here? One of the... Okay. One of the handles is a different color, but that doesn't seem to mean anything. I did go into another unoccupied room and the floorboards were loose there. So I'm thinking maybe this is the floorboard that I checked before previously. But maybe if I check the third unoccupied room, maybe Miss Deane might have left something there. Who knows? There is also a person we have not spoken to yet here, so I think we should do that. It might take a little bit of time, but I think it's worth doing. Let's analyze you, Miss Murphy. You have freckles. It's very cute. Averted gaze. I suspect she'd rather not be talking at all. Small burn scars. Scars from years of cooking. So she's the cook.
I'm Declan Ward, miss. Who might you be?
Saoirse Murphy? Just the cook, sir. I don't think there's anything I can help the likes of you with. I don't know magic or have powers like you folks. Maybe things would be different if... Sorry, sir. I lost the run of myself.
Okay. Is there anything you would know? Tell me what you're doing. Tell me about yourself. Can you tell me about yourself, Miss Murphy? Oh, not sure if I've much interesting to say, sir. Just the cook again. I should like to hear more about this cook, miss, if you're all right with that. Oh, well, I'm a little skittish. Though Mrs. Joyce says not to point it out or I'll be easy pickings. But it's only been this bad since, oh, and I'm too curious for my own good. Mrs. Joyce said that too. Sorry, sir, this is why I usually stop at cook. Okay. What are your plans for this weekend, Miss Murphy? Oh, only cook's plans, sir. Some housekeeping too, us being so busy. Tomorrow is much the same. I have mass, first thing. Then more work, sir. Nothing exciting. Sorry. Your séance, I'm sure that will be exciting. Okay.
I'll leave you be.
I don't have much else to talk to her about right now.
Oh, all right, sir.
At least we've met her and... yeah, know what her whereabouts are going to be. Although the timeline did already say that she was going to be here. Hold on a gosh darn second. I have a use option on the sigil marks. I can probably do something with this, yeah? I can't believe I did not notice that before. Hold on. I'm going to have to start down here, I think. There's a door hidden behind this wall. Am I still dreaming? Whatever black magic caused this, somebody went through a lot of trouble to mask Miss Deane's room. I feel stupid, because that use option was probably there for a while and I just didn't do it. There's a key in the lock. It seems to be a master key for this corridor. But why was it left here? What other mysteries does this room hold for me? Oh boy. This is not where I expected this to go. I guess we're missing lunch. Because this is much more important. I also, off camera, I realized that I had this cool detective mode. They might have tutorialized me on it, but I forgot. And there's a loose floorboard in here. Little of interest. Okay. There's a page hidden behind here. A wanted poster for Miss Barbosa. It looks as though she is wanted for arson in her homeland and manslaughter. Presumably these are connected. I did not realize just how dangerous Miss Barbosa was. Dangerous or foolish, but with fire there's not much difference. How did Miss Deane get her hands on this anyway? Okay. Look under the bed. A bottle of turpentine. What's that doing under here? There's something painted under here, but I can't make it out. It's another damn sigil. Scuff marks by the bed's legs. It looks as if like it's been recently moved. And if we move the bed, there's a marking. I'm gonna save that for later. It's been cleaned since its last use. What's this? Looks like some sort of figure made from sticks and twines. And is that horsehair? Why would this be here? Nothing of note in there. Nothing catches my eye. Floorboard. There's a loose floorboard here. Is there something under it? It's a note. Start in the garden in autumn. Walk east to the junction, then north for 3. Turn west and walk for 2 junctions, and south for 1. It is kept behind the cornerstone, which is seen when you face the stairs. There's something else, too. A piece of paper stained with what, exactly? The locket. I believe I know what's needed here. Oof. Nope, I need... These are hard. Damn it, lost it. Okay. I don't know how to do these ones in the middle. There we go. Are these Miss Deane's private notes? What did she want to hide so dearly? It's apparent I was right. I had little doubt, of course, but the jump from instinct to confirmation has been beyond imagining. I am the descendant of a Milesian ruler, one among 3. Don't know what that means. My power is not imagined, nor subjective. It is written in the authority of blood. Those curling waves emblemize my blood. Power is for the deserving, it said. I thought it ominous at first, even a trap. But it's clear I was paranoid. Perhaps it is simply the truth. That symbol, she said it represents her bloodline? We can look up Milesians and Irish mythology. Okay. Alright, we found everything in the floorboards. Nothing back there. Alright, let's look at this. Marking on the ground. What's this? Some kind of markings painted on the floor? I've seen this before. The symbol was in my dream, on the stone at the end. Though it is deformed here. A new shape seems to have been left by the deformation. I'm so good at these. Someone tried to erase it. And by way of doing so, hid the room.
That sigil. It unlocked some kind of memory. Somebody painted this sigil under the bed on the night Miss Deane went missing. The same one from my dream. When they came back to remove it, they couldn't then. They magically sealed the room to cover their tracks.
So not by erasing it, just incidentally.
I have a hazy understanding of the sigil's intent somehow. It draws attention to the person above it. Though attention of what, I do not know. It brings them back to the dream, maybe. I'm unclear. It's as if I have memory that is not quite my own.
Okay. Okay, so we found a hidden note here. Okay, and now we need to follow the treasure map. Where will it lead me? Start in the garden, walk east to the junction, then north for 3. I think I can figure out kind of how to do this. Shouldn't be too hard. Now what about her bedroom? We still need to figure out what the deal is with Percival Blake. So we still do need to look for the archway. But besides that, we got a key out of this, which is fantastic. And yeah, B, we got some stuff on... We got the rest of her notes, which I guess were just in the floorboards. Although I do still kind of want to check out the third unoccupied room, which I think was 7. I think it was 7. But that's on the way back to the atrium, so I think we're kind of good there. And we have time to spare. Let's look at that floorboard in room 7, and then let's go to lunch. Hi.
Oh, hello, Mr. Ward. Hold on. Isn't that... Yes, that's Evelyn. Miss Deane's room. It is, isn't it? I'd forgotten, but I'm sure of it now. What were you doing in there?
I don't trust this guy. Do I tell him the truth? This guy seems untrustworthy. I'm gonna...
I thought Miss Deane might have left me a note. No luck, though.
I was right. That is her room. But what do you mean, left you a letter? Has she gone?
You sound a little bit more alert than you did last time you spoke to you, Mr. O'Mara.
The staff told me she left late Tuesday night.
You're a friend, are you? I don't recognize your face. But Evelyn has friends everywhere, I suppose.
Not really. More like an acquaintance. I was just expecting a letter from her. But, yeah, it's not important.
Oh, I see. Do you happen to know why she left?
I didn't hear any word from her about it. Why do you ask?
I saw Miss Deane late on Tuesday night. I tried to speak with her, but she didn't seem to be herself. She had spent some significant time at the bar, I assumed. She went towards the East Tower behind you. I did go after her to see if she was all right, but, well, even drunk, she was faster than me with this blasted stick. Anyway, I'm not one to go chasing a woman, so...
That's a little strange.
I suppose she was fine, if she had her wits about her to leave. She gets up to all sorts of things. Just another one of her escapades.
I did hear something about her wandering off. I'll see that she's all right.
There you go, then. Guilt absolved.
So Miss Deane was wandering the grounds in a daze just prior to her disappearance. But what does this all mean? Oh, we have an hypothesis unlocked. Good, good, good. Miss Deane was seen wandering Monstrous Blake? Oh god. Oh god, it's gonna be one of these corridors, but I don't know which one. I think we're in Southeast. The Southeast corridor in a daze. Caused by the Sigil under her bed? Okay.
It seems Miss Deane was wandering the halls in a magical stupor, brought on by the markings painted under her bed. What does this tell me about the culprit?
They're bad at cleaning, they have no plan.
It
They
seems
use
as though
magic.
the culprit knows how to use magic to achieve their ends, whatever those may be. I have picked up another fact about the culprit.
I feel like we knew that they could use magic, but that does handily get rid of a few people.
I wonder if there's anyone I could eliminate as a result.
It's definitely
And
not
if
Miss
not,
Darcy.
What investigating can I do to allow me to learn some useful facts about the suspects?
It's not Mrs. Erickson. Alright. Now that you have gathered some key facts, it is time to start cross-examining to figure out who the culprit is. You should now investigate the mystery titled The Culprit. Culprit facts are on the... I know this already. Character facts are on the right. Use these to eliminate any characters who don't match what you know about the culprit. You can eliminate characters throughout the investigation. Eliminations are not permanent. Alright, so... Horse maintenance is recorded by him. He can write. He can use magic. He cannot write. You have a hunch this person isn't the culprit. Toussaint marked off the list of magic people. I'll eliminate him. She can use magic. We don't know what size shoes she has. We don't know if she can write. She cannot use magic. Eliminate. She has second sight. He can write. He can write. He has failed in his attempts to learn magic. It was not you. She cannot use magic. You're a magical apprentice. You can write. You can write. Okay. So we've eliminated a few people. Good, good, good. Oh, that was a lot of progress, but I do think I'm gonna go to lunch now. We have just enough time. Oh, but first I want to investigate room 7. That's right. If I can find it. And just the floorboards of room 7, nothing else. Yeah, it's unlocked. We know this. There are some loose floorboards. Recently replaced and very secure as a result. Okay. I'm not sure that this is Miss Deane's room. Well, yeah, we know that. I just wanted to see if she probably had access to this room since they don't lock it. Okay. Let's very quickly go to lunch. To make sure Declan doesn't starve, which I'm not sure is a mechanic in this game, but I'm not taking that chance.
Hello again, sir. You here for the meal? Certainly, sir. Let me show you to your seat.
I didn't find any effects of Mr. Darcy in Evelyn's room.
Care to join us, sir? If you don't mind me speaking for you both, of course.
No, it's all right. Maybe he knows something about Miss Hisham's friend.
We have not met Miss Hisham.
Please. Declan Moore.
Thank you for letting me join.
Yeah, okay. Now, Miss Hisham, who is your friend?
You're so rude, Mr. O'Mara.
Miss Deane. Evelyn Deane. Have you met her?
Is this a joke? Did Miss Deane put you up to this?
Yeah, he knows Evelyn. We figured that out.
Mr. O'Mara, please.
Sorry. Yes, I know, Miss Deane. We have history. I thought maybe she sent you down here to make fun at my expense. It would be the sort of thing she would find amusing.
What about her, Miss Hisham?
Thank you. I was meant to meet her yesterday. Or the day before. It's cloudy, but I haven't seen her. And I asked the staff, and after blank stares, I was told she had left.
That's a big-ass sandwich, and that's a big-ass bowl of soup. They feed you well at this place.
She left? That doesn't seem correct. Why would she go? She lives for this stuff.
A family matter, maybe.
Do you know her, sir?
As much as I know any of you three, I'm afraid. We talked at the afternoon tea on Tuesday, which turned into afternoon drinks, which turned into my needing a slow start on Wednesday.
Tuesday, you say?
You, Mr. Ward. Do you know her?
We already told Cahill that we know her, so... Oh, admit knowing her father.
I have had dealings with her father.
I'm sure it's not programmed into Omara's AI to know whether we're contradicting ourselves or not, but I don't know. Sometimes conversations with characters do not reflect conversations we have had previously, you know what I mean? So maybe he won't care.
With Rupert? You must be a shady devil then, Mr. Ward. Ha! I'm only making fun. Mr. Deane is a hard-fisted businessman. Certainly, I doubt you know him from church.
You are correct there, Mr. O'Mara. I don't know much about his daughter. Does the apple fall far from the tree?
Oh. Yes and no, I suppose. She certainly has his drive and forceful personality, and disdain for the man upstairs.
So she's not religious.
But she is less interested in material things than he.
It is very easy to not care about material things when you have so much of them to hand.
I'm sorry I cannot help you, Miss Hisham, but I'll keep an eye out.
Very well. I hope she is okay. I overheard that the telegraph machine is recovered. I'll send something to her home so she can contact me on her return. Please excuse me.
Of course. I'll take this opportunity to make my leave as well.
Me too. This whole meal has left me painfully upset. A moment, Mr. Ward.
Oh, he knows.
Unless I am mistaken,
yeah.
You told me earlier that you knew Evelyn.
Sorry. I underestimated you. Not so much as a person, but as a character in a video game. Uh-oh.
Whereas, just now, you've claimed not to know her at all. So, which is it?
In truth, I don't know, Miss Deane. I told you she left. Well, somebody brought me here to find out why.
Oh god. He's like not gonna trust us and not gonna talk to us now. Oh, I messed up.
Her leaving does seem suspicious. She loves these things. As I mentioned, she was out of it when I saw her. I said she was at the bar, and that is likely true.
Talking to Mr. Coventry.
But she may well have been there getting something from the barman. The porter, Doyle. He's a bit of a user, and Evelyn always finds those. Anyone with a supply can share a supply.
Okay, so they're talking about Doyle being a user. And one of the pieces of evidence that we've received refers to Doyle's doping. We just saw him with a flask, and I assumed that that was referring to his alcohol use, but this seems euphemistic enough to make me think that they're talking about some harder substance.
Maybe you can learn something from him?
I've already talked to him, and he was a great help. Thank you.
All right. Hi, Doyle. We weren't just talking about you and your problems. Okay, that little escapade was actually more my not escapade, my scouring was actually more useful than I thought it would be. And since we've unlocked the hypothesis behind Miss Deane's bedroom, I don't think we need to look for the archway anymore. So, yeah. Scouring successful. And we got to have lunch, and the hour's not even done yet, which is good, because there were some people I saw but didn't speak to while I was doing my scouring, who are probably in the same place now as they were before, and I want to talk to them. So, specifically Mr. Scarrett, because I had an idea of how we might be able to get the code to his safe. Because, yeah, we can talk to him about the Freemasons, maybe? And maybe that would give us a code associated with the safe, because the safe had the Freemasons logo on it. So, yeah. I think that might be a good place to start next time. Until then, I have been Mars, and I will be back with more The Séance of Blake Manor.